Hey guys, welcome back to Hakuoki Kyoto Wins, where we're going to get Shin's Unrequited love ending first of all. So I have reloaded Chapter 5 with low romance, and interestingly enough, you still get the preview of Shin and Chizuru doing their pinky swear, but I didn't come across that scene at all this time around because the romance was low. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But anyway, so we're starting here with the second choice in Chapter 5, but technically now it's the first choice because we never had the earlier choice with the pinky swear option. So, interesting. And this option's the same for both the unrequited and the bad ending, so I'll save it the next choice. But first, he's gonna go out there into the cannon fire. You'll come back, right?
Yup, of course I will. Don't worry about a thing. Just wait here for me.
I have to respond firmly, or I was sure that Nagakura would remain troubled. So, with all the energy I could muster... Alright. Be careful out there, Nagakura. Nagakura smiled at me warmly, and he walked away to return to the battlefield. Aww. Oni-chan. Okay. So now... Gotta fast forward. That wasn't too painful so far. So far, so good. So, the next option... What was the next option? Oh yeah, we have to abandon. So I'll have to save here. Save. There we go. And I still pick it's not over yet, I think. Let me just double check. Yep, it's not over yet. Next time we'll pick the other option. So we can still skip ahead. And wait for things to change. I'm thinking we're gonna do the whole lying to him thing again. But he's gonna be more upset with us. I'm thinking. We'll see though. That's my theory. But we gotta watch Gen die again, unfortunately. Poor Gen. Splat. Oh, ow. It's so much worse when it's sped up. Thwack, 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 thwack. Okay, Shin still came in swooping. Saving us. I wonder when things are gonna change. Is the whole thing without Magiri gonna be the same? We'll find out. Good God almighty, that was a lot of shots.
Hoi!
Oh. Okay, so what was the... Okay, so Shin told us to run. I could hear Nagakura's voice. I heard it, but... I can't go.
Please go! Go!
His pained roar snapped me out of my daze, and I ran for it. Behind me, I could hear his voice screaming out.
Don't look back! Keep running!
Okay, I will! I repeated his words over and over, running straight without ever looking back. You listen to Shin, but not Inoue? Girl. The bitter pang of gunshots ran behind me, but I heeded his words and didn't look back. I ran. She ran? I got lost? What happened? I don't remember how. Or to where. My voice broke. That's fine. But somehow, I got myself back to where the Shinsengumi were, learning that they were preparing to leave for Edo. So why am I in the woods? I had told them all that happened with Nagakura and Inoue, and Harada and Saito ran out. There was nothing else I could do. For myself, I headed for Osaka Castle, along with the retreating Shinsengumi parties. Okay. So we're not gonna lie to him. Interesting. Before I'd realized, night had fallen. One after the other, Shinsengumi warriors late in their escape had started to return finally. Some were exhausted, and some had some gruesome injuries, but they seemed to have a sense of great relief that they made it back safely, if at all. But I knew this relief was fleeting since the news of the battle was less than positive. By this time, the shogunate had almost completely retreated from both Kyoto and Osaka. The Supreme Commander, Lord Yoshinobu, had already escaped to Edo by ship. He had taken Katamori Matsudaira, the Shinsengumi superior who had held the position of Kyoto military commissioner, with him to Edo. Since Lord Yoshinobu wasn't there to give orders, war could not continue from Osaka Castle. Hijikata was furious, and very painfully he had to accept the retreat yet again. It was a day filled with bad news for the Shinsengumi, but I couldn't care less about any of that right now. I'm worrying about my boy. I buried my head in my knees in the corner of the room where everyone had gathered. It was almost impossible for me to pull myself up from where I'd sat, thinking back to what had happened to Nagakura and Inoue. They were shot. What became of them? Please, return safe. That was all I could wish for.
Are you okay, Yukimura?
A voice suddenly came from above my head. You are always checking on me. When I'd realized it was Saito, I slowly peeked up from my knees.
Hey, just got back.
Above me stood both Saito and Harada, both of them looking incredibly fatigued. Well, what's the news? I jumped up quickly in the hopes of pressing them for an answer. Saito, Harada, welcome back! Any word on Inoue and Nagakura? They must have sensed the desperation in my voice. Saito didn't even look me in the eye as he answered. Saito.
Gen didn't make it.
This was the worst response I'd expected. But it was something I knew was coming. His words hit me like a dull knife, and I went cold. Tears began to well in my eyes. Then I had to take a deep breath, mustering the courage to ask about the safety of the other one. I see. So, and what of Nagakura? This time it was Harada who showed reluctance to answer. This alone, however, still gave me no clue, so this must mean Nagakura hadn't survived. Just as I began to consider the thought... Did he still become a Fury?
Well, Shinpachi was... alright.
Wait, what? Really? Oh, goodness. I'm so glad to hear it. A rush of relief and joy overcame me. He was safe. Where is he, then?
Hey, Shin. Show your face at least, will ya?
Hey! Harada turned and beckoned to a figure behind him who appeared to be Nagakura, watching from a slight distance very timidly. Nagakura! Welcome back!
Yeah. I'm back, Chizuru.
I'm so glad. Are your wounds okay? Weren't you shot at over and over again? I'll need to treat you immediately, so I'll... Nagakura suddenly cut me short.
Well, about that. You heard the news about us heading to Edo, yeah?
Huh? Well, yes. What about it? I stopped myself as his words registered. That wasn't really my concern at the moment. I have to clean his wounds right away.
We'll take you to Edo. But after that... You think you could leave the Shinsengumi?
As these words entered my ears, all of a sudden my mind went blank as if time had stopped. What did he just say? Leave? Why? My voice was trembling, words escaped me. Nagakura refused to face me as he paced around the room, but he continued to speak.
Please, don't ask questions. I can't tell you. But you shouldn't be involved with the Shinsengumi anymore. Sana will take good care of you till you hit Edo. Sorry.
But, Nagakura, why?
We'll figure out what to do about your father. So please, don't get involved with us anymore. Sorry, I no longer have the right.
Nagakura briskly turned around, then walked off. All I could do was watch as his back grew smaller. That's when I had realized. Nagakura was shot in the back from a bullet. However, he showed no sign of harm on his back. I have no idea what could have happened from the moment I left him on. There was no way of truly knowing. But I could imagine. It has to be the result he'd wished for the least. As soon as I began to put the pieces together, I decided then that I should honor his request. Because if I were to remain around him, I knew I'd just cause Nagakura more trouble. I never wanted to cause him trouble ever again. So I'd chosen to leave them forever. And thus concluded my journey, told over the last 4 years with the Shinsengumi. I'm confused and perplexed, but mostly confused. Like, him getting in that situation and being forced to drink the water of life didn't actually end up having to do anything with her this time around. I mean, like, it wasn't to protect her, but is it just the mere fact that she's related to the man who made this horrible concoction, so he's just like, I can't be around you anymore? Or is it something a little more touching in that he feels like he's not a true man / warrior, and he can't be for her what he would want, what he was before, because we never helped him reconcile that in his mind? I don't know. I'm kind of confused about that one. It was sad and very sudden, but I'm a little, I don't know. Maybe it'll hit me when I'm like editing this and like, oh, of course it's because of this, but I don't know. Right now I'm just like, well, but why? I guess I'm glad that things went better in the good ending. I honestly thought it was gonna be she lied to him again, and this time he was like, I thought we had a thing. I thought we were brother and sister. How could you lie to me about something so important when you know how much this means to me? How could I ever trust you again, kind of thing. But no, it didn't end up being any of that at all. So now I'm just perplexed. But that was the Unrequited Love ending. And Soji continues to hold top spot for saddest Unrequited Love ending that we've seen so far. That broke me. That was really sad. But anyway, okay, so that was Shin's Unrequited Love ending. I'll continue to chew on that, I guess, for a while. If you guys haven't figured out what the reasoning was there, or if I managed to hit on it with one of my theories, then you can let me know in the comments below. But otherwise, we're gonna go and check out the bad ending now, and hopefully I'll see you there.